Welcome to Bloq Marketing Creative Solutions. I'm Evie, and today we're going to be having, a conversation with Alexis from Skincare and Body Sculpting. We are going to be talking about her website. Ever since we launched the site, what new things have arisen ever since then, and we're gonna hear a little bit about what she experiences then up until now. Well, thank you for joining me today. I know it's a lovely day and it's been cloudy, but then it gets sunny sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Now, we launched the website, I want to say more or less about 3 months ago or 2 months ago?
2 months ago.
2 months ago?
Going on 3.
Okay. Since then, what have been your experience in terms of the traffic that comes in there? Are you getting the proper attention? And when I say that, I'm referring to visitors coming in there, getting the information so they can book the services or whichever service they're looking for. Are you seeing any difference?
Yeah, no, definitely. So first and foremost, I think you did a beautiful job with the aesthetics. It did exactly what I wanted, gave it that luxury, clean feel the spot gives. So I love the creative side to it.
Awesome.
And my clients love it too. So they're on there. And I feel one of the main things that's helped me the most is, apart from getting traffic, is having not to explain so much. It's been so well written out that my clients just come in saying, this is the treatment I want. I don't have to sit there as much and be like, oh, like this is what this does and this is what this does. So doing that has helped me a lot too with my time frame. So it's helped me just be more productive in that sense.
Awesome. Yeah, one of the things I remember seeing your old site, you did have all the information. In my opinion, you had it there, but the only thing that was lacking is segmenting all that information. And like you mentioned, now that your visitors are going in there, they can focus on what they're looking for. Mm-hmm. And so I think the objective was that.
Yeah.
Making sure that the visitor, as soon as they're there, because in reality, you're only providing 2 main services, right? Like the facial and then the body. And then from there breaks down.
Yeah.
So
just a few other little small things.
Right.
The most part is, skincare and body sculpting.
Exactly. So once they land on the site, they basically see those 2 main categories, and so they get to choose. Okay. Now, in your previous website, did you have a system where you were able to have the visitor book? And if so, how easy was it?
So I feel like when I did my own website, but I feel like most people use Wix. So Wix is a little trickier to use, but I feel like that's what most owners start with, at least. I know I did not have that option. So having that option now has definitely made that easier in that sense too, because now I get a notification saying, hey, someone's booked. If I need to kind of just move them around, it's an easy fix. It's way easier than being like, oh, someone booked, I have to call them. We're waiting for them to come. So
now,
productive too.
All right, cool. Now, what system were you using to book your clients?
Fresha. Using Fresha.
How was Fresha? Well, okay, when a client would visit your website, would they book directly from the site, or they had to call you or call you, and then you would do it manually?
And then I would do it manually.
Oh, okay. Now the system, do they charge a fee for the
Fresha would charge us. It wasn't a big fee, but yes, they would charge a fee.
So you were paying Fresha your monthly, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were paying a fee. And then you were paying the transactions. So you had about three transactions.
Yeah. So Wix also you have to use either PayPal or Stripe, and then they would take a percentage too.
Wow. So you were pretty much just dishing out your,
Yeah, that deposit fee was minimal.
Okay. So I think this is the reason why we came together, is because to make things a lot easier, right? So one of the things that I do want to talk about is, aside from having a cool looking website, we're actually proud of it as well, is how was it that we connected the site with our CRM, or rather our Bloq system? Since we implemented the Bloq system, what's the experience versus the previous experience?
It's a lot more organized. So I love that we have like our pipelines, and I'm able to track movement in there. So I can see where someone's interested, where, for example, I know we have like our forms too, like if you're interested for questions. So there's a place where that goes there. There's a place where someone is booked. And then that also gives us flexibility with campaigns, which we've also been doing.
Right.
So we're able to store more data information and then use that to advertise later on.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it just keeps everything in one place. I don't have to go through 100 million apps and then, because you forget too, like it's happened so many times where I have a client like, oh, I need a book. I'm like, okay, so we're talking back, but then I'll forget to put them into the system. And it's just too chaotic, There's too many things all at one place. So everything being in one place helps me be much more organized and not seeing that anymore. I hardly have people be like, oh, like I was supposed to come in and like, am I still good for tomorrow? Like, oh, are you still good for tomorrow? Like they're good for tomorrow because it's in one place and I can just see everything laid out really nicely and organized. So.
Cool. Yeah, because one of the things that we have experienced with other clients is having the book appointment. I know that we started adding a form in your website to make it easier for you, right? Because you say you had a busy calendar, and so you wanted to manually look for the slot for your client. So that's what we did. But I think the best practice is to have a calendar for your visitors to just as soon as they land, we want the user to have the call to action right away in front of them, because obviously they're ready to do business. If we offer them that opportunity right away, they'll click and they'll be redirected to this calendar. And at that point, we already skipped a lot of steps that probably before you had.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And the forms too. So we created our custom forms, which you helped me do.
Yeah, thank you.
And having to print and have the clients come in early. So we're a small business. So like I don't have like a secretary. So having that option has made my life way easier because like I already have the form. I have it on my tablet to like pull up. Okay, I know you're not allergic to this, especially the facial stuff. So you don't have to sit here and spend 10 minutes filling out a form. By the time they come in, their deposit's already done and the forms are already filled in. So it's already taken care of by the time they already walk into the door. So that's helped a lot too, like in-house.
Well, that's kind of cool because it kind of tells me that your visitors are actually getting the right information and they don't have to go from one page to the next. I mean, right now, I think when they book, they're redirected to the the consent form, right? Whichever service they're looking for.
Skin or body.
Yeah, and then from there, they are redirected to the payment gateway, which is something that we want because we want to make sure that the customer has an experience from beginning to end. And then obviously...
It's an easy flow very nicely.
Well, that's good. Well, thank you that you are noticing that.
I think definitely that's helped a lot.
All right. Well, there you go. One of the things that we like to do at Bloq Marketing is, again, first we try to figure out what is the first of all, the experience that the customer is currently having, and then from there we put a series of ideas together and start seeing, okay, what can we eliminate that can help them improve their overall strategies, and also for the client, because the client is the most important one. We want the client to have a good sense and trust on the client that they're going to do business with. So I think with skincare, we accomplished our objective, which was making sure that they got the book appointments rather than creating friction, because that's the last thing any business wants, to create that friction. Because when you see a big form or when you see different steps, then the last thing, or actually the visitor, what they're going to end up doing is, I'm out of here, I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right? So there you go. And I think with skincare, we accomplished that objective.